Havre-Saint-Pierre today. Still in the region of Quebec. Still in Canada. Still with Azamara Quest, although can't see her at the moment. She's like way over that way. I'm sat on a bench. It's lovely here. The sun has followed us. Really nice. It's not warm. Well, it's not. I'm not cold because we've been walking, but it's not warm. So if you are coming on a Canada and US cruise soon, do bring layers. Bring layers. Sorry, I heard someone talking. So we're sat outside the local pool, I think, and maybe the local school, but it's Saturday, so no one's here. We're so surprised in Canada about where are the people. Like, I know Canada is ginormous and huge. And I mean, to be fair, there's only 3,000 people that live here, so that's fair enough. But it's Saturday, like, yeah. On the weekdays, we've been wandering around in these Canadian ports and there's no people, and we're like, that's fun, they're at work somewhere. But, yeah, it's really quiet, which is lovely. Like, it's not a criticism. I absolutely love it that it's so quiet. It's really nice. I think we've brought up the population to about 4,000 here today by turning up. Yes, it's lovely. So it's beautiful and sunny. It's a bit windy. I hope you can hear me. Actually, I've got my finger over the mic, so let's change that. Ooh, people walking past. It's beautiful and sunny. It's a bit windy. We have come off the ship and then we went to like a tourist information place, and we saw a boat come into like the little harbour there, and it was like a rib boat, but it had a roof on it. It looked amazing, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to go inside and ask if there's a trip on that boat. And there was a trip on a boat, but I don't know if it's necessarily that one. I think it was a different one, for around $100 Canadian dollars, and it was going to take us to 2 islands out here and then back to the ship. But we asked when it would come back, and she said 3 or 3:30, I think, and we're supposed to be back on the ship at 3:30. I'm pretty sure everyone on that boat trip is going to be on the ship, so they're not going to leave without it. But it was a bit, I don't know, we were just a bit like, it's a bit kind of fine. So we've decided to go for walks instead. And our plan anyway in most of these places was to walk and explore the area. So mainly here, I think there's like rock formations out in the sea that you can come and see, and it's part of a national park. But yeah, we went for a walk. So there's a lovely, we keep saying like beachside, seaside, but I keep forgetting it's a river, the St. Lawrence River. Is it St. Lawrence or just Lawrence? St. Lawrence. So yeah, it's amazing to think that we're on a river, even though it feels like we're on an ocean. So we walked along the riverside, which was lovely, like sandy sort of banks, and like a boardwalk with some art every so often, which was nice. And then we just carried on walking. So then we went along a residential road. There's lovely, lovely houses. They're all different and all beautiful. No people. And then at the end, we thought we'd be able to go further on, but then there was lots of signs that kind of implied not to go that way. It's a big truck coming. Well, it's not that big, but it's an American style truck. Look, yeah. Whee, can you see it? There we are. That's the noise. My husband's very excited about the American style truck. North American style truck. Anyway, back to the walk. So we walked along the residential area. Then at the end, yeah, so we then saw these people ahead of us, like locals with their dogs going for a walk, and walked into this forestry area. So we followed them from a distance, not creepily, so just like, I don't know, we're very ignorant tourists, and we're like, oh, we might be going into bear territory. But then I think around here it's black bears rather than brown bears. And I remember from Alaska last year that we were told black fight back, and then brown lie down, and polar bears, you'll be dead anyway, so don't worry about it. So we were walking along making noise. A friend of mine was telling me how she used to go walking somewhere recently on holiday, and she was told always make noise because the black bears will be a bit more scared. But we saw no bears. I mean, there were paw prints in the sand, and then we realised it was the golden retriever ahead of us. I was like, if the bear is that size, a paw is that, we'll be fine. No bears. I'm pretty sure there are bears around here, but no bears today. Not around where we were. And then, yeah, we walked through this forestry bit a bit, sandy roads. I will on social media probably put my paths that I've walked. And then we came along then on a main road and some more residential roads, some like trailer parky style roads and some posh houses type roads. We've just passed like an out of town shopping kind of mall place. Huh? In town, sorry. I'm not out of town, in town. Yeah, we're going to walk back towards the ship where the ship has docked. There was questions about whether we'd dock or tender today, but the wind must have died down and we did dock, which was nice. I do love a tender ride, but it's quicker really, and we're not here. We're here from like 8:30 till 3:30, so it's nice to not have to factor in a tender ride as well. And then we're going to walk back towards the ship, and then a bit beyond the ship there's like a railway yard type thing. I think it's some sort of chemical titanium ore, iron ore type thing that they ship out from here. So we'll go beyond there. I think they bring it from the mine by train to here and then ship it out. But we're going to go and look at the trains for my husband. From a professional point of view, he's not a train spotter. There's nothing wrong with train spotting. Especially the trains here, they're like monster trains. A bit bigger than the Elizabeth line. And tubes, which are the trains really we mostly go on. And yeah, and then I'm hoping from where the trains are, get a good picture of the ship from the front. And then back on board, Azamara Quest. We'll go back to the patio for our lunch. We like our lunch there. And then they have frozen yogurt, which is ice cream by our tastes. I mean, psychologically, I'm like, oh, frozen yogurt, it's healthy. But it's not healthy because there's definitely cream and lots and lots and lots of sugar. More sugar than yogurt usually, I think, in it, but it tastes delicious. And there's a selection of sweeties to add to your ice cream, which is all good. And then we're going to chill out this afternoon again, and watch Sail Away as well. We have some loyalty party thing tonight. That should be nice. I might film a little reel on that. If I remember rightly, the royalty party we've been to before, they bring out this massive, massive box of chocolates. But I remember that well. The chocolates were delicious. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you, and we're going to go walk back to the ship. I've got my watch on pause. We've only done 5.3k so far today, which isn't much considering what we've done the last few days, but there's still time. We're not near the ship yet. The ship's quite far away. Hopefully we'll do 10, or nearly 10. Yeah, thanks for watching.